American women have been striving for equality since our nation first began on July 4th, 1776.
That fight took a step forward when the U.S. Navy commissioned the military's first woman chaplain 50 years ago.
Her name is Diana Pullman Bell, and she lives in Duluth. She's now a Coast Guard chaplain, and Dave Anderson has her story.
Diana Pullman Bell is looking at her scrapbook just moments before attending a ceremony in her honor. Reverend Bell is the first woman military chaplain commissioned in 1973. Her first career choice as a youth was professional musician.
I was a French horn player planning a symphony career, and that just didn't work out.
A strong faith led Diana to go to seminary, which was unusual for women 50 years ago.
It was. I never had heard of, experienced a woman, clergy woman, a pastor.
It was in seminary that the Navy came calling, looking to break tradition and ground by naming a woman to the chaplaincy.
And the Navy is looking for the first female. So you would be developing a whole new role model for women. And I thought that sounded pretty exciting.
Lieutenant J.G. Bell served the Navy in Florida for 3 years. Now she's living in Duluth and serving in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. The ceremony Diana was waiting for last week was when the first woman commandant of the Coast Guard, Admiral Linda Fagan, appointed Bell to her service's chaplain corps.
Thank you for everything that you do every day to help us operate, absolutely the world's best Coast Guard.
Chaplain Bell will be shared by the Coast Guard and the Navy when needed. Her duties will range from invocations to funerals and include counseling for coasties.
It really gives them a safe place to talk about things, and as most people know, just talking about things helps a great deal.
In between her Navy and Coast Guard days, Reverend Bell spent 50 years in co-ministry with her late pastor husband, Donald.
This is just, the brackets at the beginning and the end, the Navy and now the Coast Guard.
At Coast Guard Station Duluth, Dave Anderson, Northern News Now.
In May, Reverend Bell was honored for the 50th anniversary of her commissioning at Marine Corps Barracks in Washington, D.C. The Department of Defense will hold several more ceremonies for her around the country this summer.